Hello everybody, welcome to the Three Lotus Tarot. It's been a little bit since I've put out my last video, but yesterday something really interesting came up about the royal family, so I do want to read about them. Okay, so who are our main protagonists this time around? I want to read about Meghan Markle and her American Riviera Orchards. I want to read about what Prince Harry thinks about it, also what the British royal family have in their thoughts, in their feelings about that new venture, especially like maybe since how it was launched, when it was launched. Okay, let's also check in a little bit about King Charles, how he's doing now, and was okay, I'll leave this special for when we later look at it. I'll ask the question and then you can have a think about what the cards say. Today we're going to be using Tarot of the Golden Wheel. We are going to be using the Arcanum deck. Sorry, this is the Tarot of the Golden Wheel, the Arcanum deck, as well as maybe I'll also go into the Sacred Self-Care deck. Okay, but welcome, thank you for being here, thank you for coming back. Okay, so first questions off the bat, we all have this idea or have had the information that Meghan Markle launched her new latest lifestyle business initiative called the American Riviera Orchards. Now on its own it already has like this a little bit of a mixture of sentiments or a mixture of feels, because we all know the Riviera, the word, has never, I think, been used to describe or name anything in America. Okay, I'm sorry if this is wrong. Maybe I shouldn't say the word never. I don't mean any disrespect at all, but yeah, you know, it just gives, or maybe she's trying to bridge that gap between America and Europe. Perhaps she's trying to make sure that her brand goes global, her brand can transcend both sides of the world. I hope perhaps next time she can have a look about Asia as well, you know, if that's what she's looking into, and in Africa. So anyway, I don't want to get into any big arguments, please. Okay, let's look at what Meghan's hopes for American Riviera Orchards. What are Meghan's hopes? What is she inside of her mind, inside her? Actually, what is she hoping American Riviera Orchards will accomplish? What is Meghan Markle hoping American Riviera Orchards will accomplish? Let's see, let's take a look. Deep inside her heart, deep in her gut, deep in her thinking about it, what does she want for American Riviera Orchards to accomplish? Only two cards come out. Like, let's just see. Okay, all right, so let's take a look at these three cards first. Ooh, we've got the High Priestess, the Nine of Swords, the Hermit. What is she hoping it's going? This is so not what I expected at all, and I wasn't really expecting something. I mean, I always want the cards to show me, so I don't like to, you know, cloud my interpretation of the cards, but this is really unusual. Okay, we do have energy at the bottom of the deck. It's 10 of Pentacles. That seems about right. Like, okay, she just wants to build prosperity, she wants to build abundance, she wants to, you know, reap in a lot of fortune, a lot of money, make life good. So, well, is this life good for herself, or is this life good for other people? Because her brand is about lifestyle, right? Because that is that almost mansion like palace like look of the building here. I want to say that she's hoping to build a good life for herself. And perhaps part of it could be legacy as well, that her name lives on, that her brand lives on, and what she has planned for it lives on. Okay, so it might really be things that are very close to her heart. Perhaps not the whole proposition, right, of cooking and making jams and all that, or selling cookware like saucepans and woks perhaps. And okay, maybe in the Rivieras she has a different idea about what would be good to sell, but maybe not these kinds of things, or we just don't know her well enough that these kinds of things do resonate with her. They are important to her. I don't see her as that much of a chef from what I see of her on the media, of course, but there are many facets to people's lives. But I do believe that this is what she's trying to do here is something close to her heart. Oh, I just got the message that something close to her heart may not be related to the business proposition or the business model, or the products that she's putting out. So perhaps that setting out of a business, that launching a business, that running a business, that building a name for the business, that is what is close to her heart. It was not easy to do. She had a lot of difficult times to do it. She had a lot of difficult times thinking up how is she going to hit this goal? How is she going to achieve this desire, which, like I just clarified, and it was a clarification for me as well, not just for you guys. She wants to be successful in the world. She wants to get her name out there in the world. And this launching of this brand, this business, whatever the business is, whatever the product is, does not matter. What she wants is to have something of herself out there. Doesn't matter what, doesn't matter how, but just that it represents her. So she, maybe at the end of the day, she wants to feel that she left that lasting impression, that lasting legacy, right? But it was difficult for her to figure out what to do, what products to sell, what to put her name to, so to speak, and what could, in a sense, as much as possible, still look plausible. So it was hard. It was a dramatic feel to it. Look at how this lady's got her hand on her forehead, right? It's like, oh goodness, it's so difficult to figure it out. It was hard, but it was quite dramatic as well, like the whole process of it, but she did think really deep. Like, it fulfills what she wants, which is to get her name, her legacy, her thoughts out there. She wants to imprint on the world. I love that word. Not a word I'm used to using, but I love that word. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, 9 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. So she wants to, okay, let me clarify. She wants to live this life, of course, the 9 of Cups, that's beautiful, abundant, overflowing. Her every cup is full. She wants to be happy. Oh my gosh, so she wants to be happy, guys. I guess everybody wants to be happy, right? Whether they recognize the happiness that they have at the moment is another thing altogether, but she wants to be happy. Just like all of us, she wants to be, again, that drama comes out. I see that drama very clearly. So if she is, perhaps also maybe she's a Leo. And I do not diss any Leos about that. I'm a Leo too, so I know. So yeah, but there is that drama. There is that, Yeah, and she wants to touch so many people. She wants to reach so many people. She wants so many people to know about her and her brand and her businesses. And I don't want to just keep saying brand, because I don't want it to sound like it's just one thing, but she just wants to be known like for everything she thinks is important for the world, or she thinks that the world thinks is important, so she wants to get a finger in it. She wants to be the one that everybody looks to, that everybody listens to, that everybody looks up to. She loves being in that leading role. She loves, look at this, he's painting, right? He's painting the flowers on the wall. So she, on the glass window, she wants to be that one who leads by, let me tell you how it's done. Let me show you what I visualize, and then do that. Let's all do that. That is what she hopes with American Riviera Orchards. So not particularly with this particular venture, American Riviera Orchards, but it fits into her whole narrative and her whole blueprint of her life, where she wants people to know her name. She wants people to know the impact and the contribution, and I use these words, to really give you an understanding of what she feels and thinks. That's what she wants to put out there in the world. Let's get a quick one. At this moment in time, with the launch of American Riviera Orchards, how will it progress in the business world? How will American Riviera Orchards progress in the business world at this moment in time? At this moment in time, upon its recent launch, how will it progress? How will it progress as a business venture? How will it progress as a business venture? One last shuffle. Okay, so I like to ask, like, at this point in time, because as we all know, the tarot cards do not state a truth set in stone, right? And this is what I always tell you guys, it doesn't do that. So it's just that we're looking at the cards that come out now to see and understand the energy that is happening now, or the pathways that are open and available to the people now. Okay, because as they go along and do different things, decide different things, or other people decide different things and then come and, it has an impact on the pathway as well, because of free will, right? So at this moment, I see the 7 of Pentacles and I see the 10 of Cups. So I believe she's going to be happy. I think she's happy with the way that she's gotten it done. She's happy with the look and feel. I think she's really chuffed about, that logo that she's created, and how she has written that beautiful script, calligraphy script for American Riviera Orchards. It does look like a beautiful logo all in all. It evokes a certain feeling. I don't know whether it evokes the feeling of accessibility. Definitely it doesn't, but perhaps it is aspirational. It's aspirational marketing. It makes people, I wish that I had this, I want this, and I'm going to save up loads and loads of money. Okay, I don't know how much the stuff is going to cost yet, but I will save up so that I'll have this. And when I have this in my kitchen, okay, so when I have this in my kitchen, I'm going to be able to be proud about it. I'm going to be able to be proud and show off my American Riviera Orchards ladle, my American Riviera Orchards cutlery, napkins. It's going to be a source. Meghan Markle feels that it's going to be a source of pride for people, and when they entertain or when they use it, they're gonna feel special. They're gonna feel like I've made it, or I've achieved a certain status or level in life, and I have this, and I'm living the good life. It's great. I'm happy. That's what she wants people to feel. And she, to a certain extent, whether it's through naivety or through like very strong self-confidence and self-belief, which we know a lot of successful entrepreneurs have to have. It's like, I read this thing once, like surgeons, medical surgeons who operate, surgeons have to be arrogant. They have to be, because that is how they truly do not second guess themselves. They believe absolutely, I know what I'm doing when I'm cutting in, when I'm removing this, when I'm stitching this up. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I'm doing it perfectly. Nobody else could do it as good as I do, and that's how they get the job done well. So a lot of successful entrepreneurs have to have that self-confidence, have to have that crazy belief that my product is what the people need, my product is what people want, and my product will be the best. So she has that belief as well, but how she believes in it is not about the product per se, but it is about people being able to show off that I have American Riviera Orchards by Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex. That's what she sees in her head. Not particularly about the product. I know I keep saying this, but I want you guys to truly understand her. It's not about the product. It's about American Riviera Orchards by Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex. It's about, Pawpaws by Gobbledygook, Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex. It's about like that. It's the name that she wants to put out there. I do see that it might be slow going, the progress of the development of the business venture. It might be slow growing. It could still make some money, definitely, and I don't wish anything upon the brand, but what I see from the Seven of Pentacles, that it is slow growing. Doesn't mean that in the future it's not going to bring in hand over fist, but at this moment in time, it's going to be slow growing. But she will have people who will purchase her products, definitely, but she wants to build that legacy. She's very happy about it. She loves how it's all come out. She completely enjoys the look of it and the launch of it. So with that, let's go into the timing of the launch. So we all know, right, that she launched the Instagram page. I don't know if she launched a website, but she definitely did some sort of launch activity just before Prince William gave his speech for the Diana Award, right? The Diana Legacy Award, 25th anniversary, something I would say truly standing out as a big milestone for the family, especially for Prince William. I hope for Prince Harry too. But yeah, so I want to ask, did Prince Harry agree with the timing and how American Riviera Orchards was launched? Did Prince Harry agree with the launch timing? Did Prince Harry agree? Dum dum dum. Ace of Swords. Did Prince Harry agree? Four of Swords. And the Three of Cups. Prince Harry agreed with the timing. Prince Harry might have had some... No. I was going to say that he might have had some reservations, but he shut himself up. He put them aside. But no, I would like to retract that. I would say that Prince Harry agreed with the timing. Prince Harry celebrated the idea, that launch event, how it was done, what was planned for it, when the timing of it was. He had no issues with that. If he had, he really kept them under wraps. He was just going to let things flow. He was just going to let things flow the way that they would. But overall, he was okay. He was completely okay and agreeable to the launch timing, how it was launched, and the actual launch itself. Some people might think that, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are, trying to carve out their separate niches, because, they are like kind of branching out a bit. in the way of what Prince Harry is interested in what Meghan Markle is interested to do. So he, in a sense, did feel perhaps like, hey, you know, this is your thing, this is your adventure, this is what you want to do. Sure, you know, choose, go ahead and choose, make the decisions for it. But hey, I do see a lot of agreement, I do see a lot of celebration, happiness around that whole event, including the timing of it. He felt that it was a pretty good timing. Perhaps for him, he thought that, you know, Princess Diana was my mother too. So with the publicity that was generated, that was going to be generated with the Diana Awards, I am her son, why should I not also benefit from the publicity and the attention that's going to be generated from the awards? Okay, that may have been how he felt. Knight of Wands, go ahead and do it. That's a great idea. I support you. Let's go, let's go, let's go. That was Prince Harry's thinking about the launch timing. And now let's go on into what do we think. Let's read the cards. Not what do we think. Let's read the cards. What can we know, please? What does the royal family think about American Riviera Orchards? I'm going to put this back because I've not asked the question yet. What did the royal family, British royal family, think? Okay, too many cards. Maybe they think a lot and they cannot speak it out, so they're trying to tell us through the cards. What does the British royal family think of American Riviera Orchards, Meghan Markle's latest business venture? What does the royal family think of American Riviera Orchards? We've got the Ace of Cups. They're feeling a whole lot, you know, emotions spritzing all over, overflowing all over. Wonder if the one cup tells me that they're all feeling the same way about it. It's all one emotion. It's not like different people feel different things about it. I wonder. Let's see if the other cards tell us more. Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, and the Five of Swords. What does the British royal family think of American Riviera Orchards? So they all felt a certain way about it. I am very thrown by Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups. I guess the thing is there is a lot of emotion. I understand now. Okay, so obviously they're not happy about it. They are not happy about it. But I am a little bit concerned about the darkness and that dark flag there. It feels like they are feeling a bit daunted by it. They're feeling like a little bit like, I want to give up, or oh shucks, you know, can we never win? Can we never win? So there is that feeling of like, oh, and then when you feel this, you know, when you feel this like, oh, you know, again I've been trumped or something like that, that's when you get grouchy and touchy. And so there might be, you know, some friction between them, amongst them, but they're definitely not happy about it anyway overall about American Riviera Orchards. And I understand now about the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups. So there is a lot of emotion about it, and there's a lot of thinking about it also. But with the Queen energy, not the King energy, with the Queen energy, it's very much like, let's sit here and understand and watch and then figure out what to do. Not like, you know, the king energy of getting all fierce and action, jumping into things and trying to you know, say things or do things or fight back. So it is very much a queen energy of trying to understand or trying to think about it. Like, what is she trying to do now? What are her next ideas? What are her next plans, perhaps? Okay, so the queen energy is definitely there. So you see, perhaps it ties in very, very closely to how the royal family always behaves. Like, they don't clap back. They don't rebel. They don't speak out. So very much like I could feel all sorts of things inside, but I'm going to try to be gentler, try to be softer, try to be slower with it, just so I understand better. Which is very strange. I just got this thought, very strange. Women are known to be very, very emotional, like, and then, you know, they might have quick knee-jerk reactions. That's the stereotype, right? Whereas the kings, the males, are always thought to be very analytical, and therefore, you know, they take their time to understand the different inputs of attention. But in the tarot, we've got the queen energy, which is gentler, which is understanding, which is empathy, which is watching and observing before she, you know, decides on a certain action. And even her decisions are tempered by gentleness, mercy, compassion. So that is what they have now. So they are thinking, they're trying to understand. Perhaps they're trying to see if they can, you know, get one step, two steps ahead of the next thing. And they are feeling a lot about it, and the feeling is not the smoothest. Not the smoothest. Look at this. We've got the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck, and it is in reverse. Okay, so the Three of Cups in reverse, they're definitely not celebrating the launch of American Riviera Orchards. Anything else? What does... Okay, I want to just touch into King Charles's energy about the American Riviera Orchards launch. I don't know if he particularly would think anything about it, because King Charles is like, he's got like a whole country to run, right? He's got his health to look after. He's got healing and recuperation to focus upon. So, you know, I don't know if he really thinks about American Riviera Orchards, but let's go into him, because he is the head of the family. What does King Charles think about this new action from Meghan Markle, if he does think anything at all? Two of Wands. What does King Charles think about this new action from Meghan Markle, if he does think anything at all? Does he think anything at all? I don't think there's much more. So there's two of Wands. So I see that King Charles is looking to the future. He's looking at the big picture. He's trying to figure out, okay, in the big scheme of things, what he needs to do, what he needs to plan. I get the feeling that this is not about Meghan Markle. This is about him planning for the future of himself, his subjects, his country, his family, his heir. So I don't think he's thinking very much about Meghan Markle's new action. Yeah, he's really like, he's just focused on things that are relevant to him. Somebody wants to, you know, start a new business out there. It's like, hey, you know. And the thing is this, right? Like, Meghan, okay, so we always see this and people complain about it. Oh, you know, Meghan Markle's trying to steal the limelight, steal the thunder from the British royal family. When something they're going to do comes out, she will be like, you know, a few minutes ahead, an hour ahead. I mean, it's an old game. That's how she's been doing it. I don't know why she doesn't get tired of it, and there needs to be new marketing strategies, I would say. But perhaps, well, we know that when Meghan Markle gets her claws into something like this, is what I believe, that she will continue to think about the same thing. She'll hold on to that thought, right? She doesn't let it go. So but for the British royal family, you know, maybe they should just think of it as it's a competitor. It's just a competitor. Any entrepreneur out there has competitors, right? Any entrepreneur out there has competitors. So you can't be all up in arms and trying to fight and saying that's not fair, why are they doing that just when I was gonna launch my thing. You know, it's just the way of the business world. It's survival of the fittest. So I know we, you know, when we are, you know, in support of a party, a side, or we are fans of a side, that it gets difficult to see that it gets difficult to just distill it down to its most fundamental form, that hey, it's just business, right? It's nothing personal. In this case it might be personal, but it's just business. So the British royal family could see the Sussexes as just a competitor in any business that are competitors. Par for the course. Okay, and okay, so I also want to ask, what is the royal family bothered about the NAACP Archwell Foundation Digital Civil Rights Award that the Sussexess awarded? And then of course the what do you call it, the news of it happened during the South by Southwest conference, but they only released media information about it recently. So you know, what does the British royal family think about that award? Wow, okay, so obviously that's not going to be cards that we can read. Is the royal family bothered about how the Sussexes have given out this award? Okay, this card flipped over. Let me get it out first. Is the royal family bothered about the Sussexes award, NAACP award, Archwell Foundation Digital Civil Rights? I want to say, first of all, you know, the South by Southwest conference, how women lead on and off screen, is like such a great platform to be able to fight for women's leadership. And I want to say that the award, the Digital Civil Rights Award, which this year they have awarded to the doctor who has unmasked how that there is prejudice or bias, predilection towards, you know, like, you know, racial tones in AI. So these are all very, very important causes, and I'm actually very, very sorry that with Meghan Markle involved, it's tainted, or it's drawn the attention away from the true matter of the course. Because obviously I'm female, right? Obviously I'm female, and I resonate with these stances, these statements, and they're very important. It's very important to highlight. But because Meghan Markle was there, because the Duchess of Sussex was there, the attention was pulled away from the value and the importance, the weight of the topic itself, and it became, oh, Meghan Markle said this, oh, she only harps upon herself, oh, she wore this, oh my gosh, she wore it so badly. We're missing the point. We are missing the point. And it seems to me that at this moment now, these companies, these events that invite her to their to be speaking at or to participate in, it seems that they might be also riding on the coattails of any publicity is good publicity. So perhaps they're like, okay, it's bad publicity, you know, the focus could be off our topic, but hopefully at least we get some column inches and people will still understand that behind it all, behind the Duchess of Sussex, there is still important talk, important work being done, and important principles to share and uphold. Okay, so now what does the royal family think about this NAACP Digital Civil Rights Award that was given out? Two of Swords, Ace of Swords, a lot of Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands coming out in this reading. Queen of Swords and the Two of Wheels. What do they think? What do they think? A lot of swords, a lot of cutting energy, or a lot of truth, a lot of facts. Two of Swords and the Two of Wheels. I believe that they are in two minds about it. They understand the importance of it. They understand why it's being done. They understand the focus, the attention, or why Meghan Markle wants to talk about these topics, throw light on these topics. They understand, and they it's good because, like I said earlier, right, these are important things to think about, important things to share and educate people about, create awareness for. I think mostly they are, oh my gosh, how am I gonna find the word? For want of a better word, they are happy, they are grateful. Oh, that's a stretch. They understand why these topics come to the fore, and they understand and realize the value of putting these topics on the world's stage. They understand that. They think it is important. They know in their analytical minds, in their intellect, they understand it is important and it's good for this to be on the world stage, and they're trying to balance themselves about it. You know, sometimes they're at a loss of, oh my gosh, I feel this way, but I know that it's good. But I feel this way, but I know, oh my god, I gotta balance it. Yeah, I think that's what they feel about it. Okay, can we get any more clarification? Any more clarity? Oh, clarity about how they feel about it. Ten of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. They were meant to undergo this challenging time, where somebody comes and does something where, you know, it shows them too. It shows them, and if they open their eyes, they can see lessons to be learned, because this is how you can utilize media, you can utilize the world stage, you can utilize social media, you can utilize the polarity of people to push up or push down information or an agenda. You know, so it is also a lesson for them in how they can go on in the new world, in the new age, with new technology, with different kinds of people's thinkings, how they can then speak to their audience, because Meghan Markle is showing them another way of doing it. Albeit it doesn't come about in the happiest of ways, you know, it's really polarized the world. It might be seen as unfair or sly or manipulative. But the thing is, for the British royal family, they do have a platform, and they need to use that platform to its best potential. So Meghan Markle is here to show them, Meghan Markle as a soul, as this incarnation, this time around, she's here to show them how it could be done, all the many different ways that, you know, creating awareness, all the different ways that speaking to people, all the different ways of gathering people's support, or the opposite could be done. Because, I mean, that's what the British royal family is here to do, right? They're here to do that kind of stuff. That's why it's almost called like a business too, the firm, right? But the Ten of Swords, but they feel it, man. They feel the heaviness of it. They do, of course, feel somewhat backstabbed. But yeah, hopefully with the Ten of Swords energy, going on into the Wheel of Fortune, that, you know, they learn this, they might be able to use certain strategies that they have learned to their benefit, or they are able to, you know, then just look at it with a very clinical eye. And they might be already looking at it with a rather clinical eye, because they can't anyway show their emotions to the public, right? But it is the public now, it is all of us now who stand so polarized about Meghan Markle and the tactics that she uses, or even Prince Harry and the tactics that he uses, and how he seems to, you know, there is that judgment where, like, oh my gosh, why are you not standing with your family and you're standing with this other person instead? But the royal family does feel the heaviness of this lesson. They do feel the heaviness of the impact that Meghan Markle is having on the world, and her actions, I would say. Okay, so now the two boys, Prince Harry and Prince William, Prince William and Prince Harry, Prince Harry and Prince William, they are so far apart right now. And we can see just now from my question, right, Prince Harry was not upset, not up in arms about Meghan Markle's decisions and ideas for the launch of her brand. So we can see that really big gap and chasm up between the two boys. I would like to tap into Princess Diana's energy. Princess Diana. Princess Diana. What do you think of the behavior of Prince William and Prince, you know, I don't like to use cards that come out before my question is finished. What does Princess Diana think about the way her two boys are now, the relationship between her two boys, Prince William and Prince Harry? What does Princess Diana think about Prince William and Prince Harry's relationship now? What does Princess Diana think of the relationship between her two sons now? Page of Swords, Page of Wands, Three of Cups, and the Knight of Wheels. The Knight of Wheels. Okay, so straight off the bat, I do see Page of Swords and the Page of Wands. Young energy, young energy, young way of thinking, naive perhaps, juvenile perhaps, not really so matured way of thinking and way of behaving. She thinks they're being quite childish with each other. So we don't know what's happening with the scenes, or what happened in the scenes behind the book, behind the camera. We don't know all that, right? So things might have happened between them also. But Princess Diana really does feel that, you know, they're thinking in a juvenile manner and they're behaving in a childish manner. That's what she feels about it. And Three of Cups and the Knight of Wheels. She wants them to get back together, to be happy together again the way that they once were. I just had this, I'm sorry, I just have to tell you, I just had this 3 people, right? I see her thinking about how it was Prince William, Princess Catherine, and Prince Harry when they were when it was just the 3 of them. I see Princess Diana harking back to that, thinking back to those times, and that's what she would love for it to be, like happy, like the emotion. I'm not saying she thinks she doesn't want Meghan to be there, but she's thinking, oh, you know, that was the best of times. That's how I want my boys to be. Like, they have good, solid, strong support and happiness and joy amongst them. That's what she wants. That's what she wants. The Knight of Wheels. I think she believes that something needs to be done soon to change the situation, or she wishes that something in life changes, like there is something that changes so that they can perhaps go back to being strong and happy and supportive together. Can I clarify the Knight of Wheels, please? Any more information about the Knight of Wheels, please? Okay, so let's see how this clarifies. Juvenile energy, juvenile way of thinking, juvenile way of behaving. She wishes that, you know, they would be at the height of their closeness the way they were when there was the 3 of them. Again, I'm not saying Princess Diana is saying that I wish that Meghan Markle is not there. No, she's not saying that. She just wants that energy, that feel, that happiness, that support, that closeness, that kinship back again. That's what she wants for her 2 boys. How would she want life to change? And she wants life to change. We know the Knight of Pentacles is always the slowest moving knight in the deck. So, you know, when we see the Knight of Pentacles, we expect that it's going to be slow moving for the change to come. But in this deck, the Golden Wheel, we see that the horse is much faster than the classic depiction of it. So perhaps something will come faster. There will be a change in life, or there will be an offer, a life, something that happens, a milestone, an event, a decision, something that happens in life, and it won't take too long to come, and that will change. I asked for clarification for the Knight of Wheels, and I have the Ace of Swords in reverse. We have the Star, which also came out in reverse actually. The Fool, which came out upright. And the Devil. Okay. So the new beginning that has happened, was not the best beginning, not the beginning that was meant to be. The wish fulfillment that people thought was going to happen did not materialize the way that they thought that it would. And I have this inclination to attribute this to the marriage of Prince Harry So we do see the upright cards are the Fool and the Devil. A new start is heralded. A new start might be coming. And we see the energy of the Devil here. The Devil, whether it really is something negative, something that people are not willing, they do not want to accept this into their lives. It could be addiction, it could be dependency, it could be Harry's dependency on Meghan Markle. Because I don't see Meghan Markle depending on Harry, even though she uses his birthright to forward her agenda, to forward her ambitions, the things that she wants to achieve in this life. But I see it more when I see the dynamic between the two of them. Harry's the one who follows the lead of Meghan Markle. So there's something new that's going to happen. A new start. But a new start with the Devil? A new start with the Devil. Okay, at the bottom of the deck we have the Three of Swords. Three of Swords generally, wow, okay. Three of Swords generally could mean heartbreak. It could also show infidelity, adultery, three people causing heartache, causing headaches. The Fool, the Devil. So the Devil, something is manifesting, or somebody has manifested something that is going to be heartbreaking. That's the change. That's the change. For some reason now I'm suddenly thinking, who is this about? Who is this about? Who is this about, please? Who is this about, please? You know I don't like to put energies out there. But who is this about, please? Strength and the Magician. Strength and the Magician. Strength and the Magician. Who is the strong one? Who is the one who has everything at his disposal? Who is the one? Between Prince Harry and Prince William, who is the one who has this? My thinking goes to the firstborn. My thinking goes to the firstborn. And I ask the question of, what is this change that's coming? There's a change in life. There's a change in life that is not necessarily a good change. That's heartbreaking. Oh, okay. Let's take a look at this. What is this change in relation to? What is this change in relation to? What is this change in relation to? I don't want to put this energy out there, so I'm just going to ask this one last question. What is this change in relation to that is heartbreaking? Okay, one card. One card fell on the floor. Nine of Cups and the Three of Wands. What is this change in relation to? Future feelings. Feelings about the future, or how the firstborn would feel in the future, how his emotions are. There is a change coming. What was meant to be is not happening. It's a heartbreaking change. Is he going to want to move away from what was his star? His feelings have changed. No, but this is an event that's going to happen in his life. This is an offer in his life. New emotional offer. A new emotional offer that's coming up. A new emotional offer that's coming up that is heartbreaking. That could lead to a heartbreak for the firstborn. So I know the rumors that have gone out there, and that's why I don't want to, send too much of this energy out there. But we could see something like that. We could find out something about that. Three of Swords, heartbreak. Okay, that took a turn I did not expect. So now let's go into Princess Catherine. Apparently the last photo where she was happy, that was released on Mother's Day with her children. Beautiful photo, very beautiful photo. And then, of course, we all know it was recalled, and she issued an explanation and an apology on her Instagram. But people feel that it wasn't Princess Catherine who did that. So was Princess Catherine, can we know please, was Princess Catherine made the scapegoat for the picture? This flipped over. Was Princess Catherine made the scapegoat for the picture? Yep. So I believe that this was done so that we could forward the same agenda, the same thought process, continue the idea that has already been put out there of stability, of happiness, of well-being. That was the intention. So she was scapegoated. She was made a scapegoat. Princess Catherine was made a scapegoat. Can we know, was Princess Catherine made a scapegoat? Page of Cups. I believe so. Somebody who was probably quite impetuous, somebody probably thought that, hey, I think this is a good idea, and then they didn't think it through, or they didn't vet it properly, and they just went ahead and did it, and now it's got this kind of impact on the world. All right, so let's also, I want to use this deck, the Arcana deck, for my last question about King Charles. How is King Charles doing? How is King Charles health-wise? How is King Charles health-wise? How is King Charles health-wise? Too many cards. How is King Charles health-wise? Okay, this will be the last question because I know we've been going on for almost an hour. How is King Charles doing? I have got the Tower here and the Knight of Wands. The Tower and the Knight of Wands. So I believe we should be prepared for some news that's going to come out very quickly. There will be news, there will be information, knowledge coming out very quickly that's going to be disturbing, that's going to be transformative, that's going... This explains, the other messages that we've seen today, especially about the firstborn. Yep, so I believe that there could be news coming out quite quickly about King Charles's health. Anything else about King Charles' health? Anything else about King Charles's health? How is King Charles? health-wise? How is King Charles health-wise? Nothing else. How is King Charles health-wise? Oh, 2 cards. All right. Ace of Wands. See, again, news coming out quickly. News coming out quickly. 4 of Swords. Resignation. I see this. Resignation. He's resigned. He's resigned. He's taking it slow, or he's resigned. Okay. But news will be coming out soon about what we can expect next. All right, so thank you so much for being here. I hope that I've read about some interesting questions for you, and if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up so that it can go the rounds per YouTube's algorithm. And I hope that you will subscribe, comment, share if you found this video interesting, enlightening, informative, fun. Okay, because tarot reading is all about, allegedly, and my interpretation. Nothing set in stone. No malice. No malice intended. So comment, share, subscribe if you like the video, and thank you so much if you've joined the family recently. If you haven't, what are you waiting for, guys? I will see you in the next one. Bye.